mixing up some meat juice. It's what we love to do. Every Wednesday night we come to give a man Jew. Vinny, Bill, Liam, Tim and Glam too. We're the DIY crew. Got my flavors, peachy, peachy and more. Time to mix and match and explore. Filling up our tanks we made before. Clouds of fruit and cream we will pour. Shake it up, stir around. That's the liquors where we found.
9:05.
Can you hear that bleeping?
Welcome to the U.K.E-liquid Mixing Show. It is a Wednesday night and it's time to talk a little bit of mixing. So if you are in chat, just have a look at the top and see if you're in twat chat and swap it over to whatever they call live chat now on your device. It could be people chat, I don't know, live chat, whatever it is. But who you've got on tonight? You've got myself, Benny Vapes. We've got the one and only Graham Net Reality, which is our mixing guru. We've got our own mixing detective, which is Liam Sherlock Holmes. We've got our own mixing maestro, which is Tim Advocate for Liberty. And we've got, he's not a naughty boy, he's the messiah of mixing. He is the godfather of mixing. It is Wayne Walker, Mr. DIY or Die.
What's up, guys? That's a beautiful intro. I will savor every moment of it.
I would. I've got to sort this out because I've got like Tim and what is it? Graham shrunken. So let me sort this out.
Graham's got a shrunken head.
It's half of your head that's missing.
Oh.
Do you want to go through chat, Liam?
Yeah, in chat tonight we have lots of people. Back over to you, Benny. In chat tonight we've got Red, Canadian Vapor, Jack Stephen, Craig D, Mr. Intense, Barry Jones, Vaping Beck, the 60 Watt Guy, the Vaping Snowman, Mad Hatter Vape Reviews, Ben M, Vapor Bunny, Vaping with Vic, Mr. Anderson, Dion78, and this is where it all goes tits up every week.
Oh yes.
And then he'll be all done and he'll realize he's in top chat. Yep.
No, I'm definitely in live chat this week. We got Tetley, we got Lady Liberty, we have Ian Thomas, Fee, Rocky Tooney, and Sean Morris.
We don't
Dinosaurs E-liquids, and also someone said, "Hey, Steam Pug." So I'm assuming Steam Pug's. There he is. He's just popped.
There he is.
popping in.
Hey, I hope he's feeling better.
Everybody.
Hope he's feeling better.
Thank you very much. So if you have got any questions in chat for our guest, do put them in and we will shout you out. If you want to know anything about mixing, he's the person to ask. He's definitely the man in the know about mixing e-liquid. So if you've got anything you want to know, now's your opportunity to do it. But what we'll do is we will go around and see what everybody's vaping on. What are you vaping on, Tim?
The Clips by Anakin. All my pod systems actually have the same liquid because I'm testing the pods to see how they do with each other. And I got the Arcfire, also by Anakin. And then the Cross 3 Nano. These all came from Nick, all of them did. And in that I have the ultimate pina colada, which Wayne has tried. So I tried it in the pod system. It's actually really good in the pods, but they all taste different. Like more coconut here, yeah, more pineapple here, and then this one's kind of in the middle, but it's kind of mute. So I'm finding that interesting. Then I've got the Gur, because since Bill's not here, with the nitrous on top, and in that I am vaping the Rocky Road donut, all flavora test with all the new flavoras. That turned out to be an ADV for me, and I love it. Then I got the Centaurus, Lost Vape Centaurus DNA with the Reload S on
I
top.
like pugs.
And that I have the Bloody Valentine in this that I made for Halloween. I could go more, but I'll just go with one more. Well, two more. Rocky Tooney, Mod. This is the Tesla with the what the heck is that tank again? I always get this wrong. Freemax on top. And I don't remember what liquid's in there. It's a bottle that doesn't have a label. So then I got this too. This is well, now I'm drinking this one.
You said one more.
Yeah, I count wrong. The fog kit, the fog thing, and this has got the Wake RDA on top. And in that, I am vaping the what was it I made last night? I don't remember what this was. What I made last night that she never made a label for. I'm vaping in that. So and I will pass it over to Liam, because I'm curious what he even has.
I've got the Steam Crave Hadron 250 with the Aromamizer Supreme V2 on top, and in that, it is not the goose juice. The goose juice went last week.
Yes, I did. I forgot.
Oh, did you do it
to
all?
put out.
What did you think?
Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, really creamy. Nice mouthfeel to it. I decided to mix up another custard in there. So I did do a 250 ml. And I've only had it for about a week. I didn't even bother steeping it. It's I was going for like a goose juice type. So I ended up calling duck juice.
Duck juice. Did it taste like goose juice?
Yeah. No, I used the wrong biscuit. I went for the silver line biscuit.
No, it wasn't a silver line in it. Goose juice has been out long longer than that.
No, I know that. I didn't want to recreate it exactly anyway. I just wanted something similar. But I forgot that the Capella silver line is a coconut biscuit. So I had a really nice, pleasant coconut custard. But that coconut seems to have steeped out now.
So you're going more of an ode to instead of an actual clone.
Yeah.
I prefer doing that too.
I've also got the Smock Nord 4, and I sacrificed a pod.
All right.
Yes. From the show 2 weeks ago.
All right, yeah, and
I literally sacrificed a pod.
Is that bad?
It is very raisin. It is very raisin heavy, and it does have that. It does have a bit of an alcohol type note to it.
All right, yeah.
So yeah,
Vape through it like a man.
Dead. Yeah, when that's dead, it's going in the bin.
You never get that raisin out.
I don't mind. I don't mind the raisin too much. The raisin's actually quite a good raisin, but I don't know whether that alcohol taste is actually coming from the raisin, and it's not a pleasant alcohol taste. And it is completely stomped over every other flavour in there. And on that, I will pass it over to Graham.
Okay. I'm on the Target 200 with the crumb hilled on top, and in that I've got my entry for ELR. Been messing around with all today. I was going to go with some. I can't say it's a secret. You've got to keep everything your secret.
No, you can tell you can say what it is, can't you?
No.
It's supposed to be secret.
Oh.
But I will share that link in chat for everybody too.
And then I've got the what's that? The SX Mini
Pure Max.
Yeah, and in that I've got some lemonade I just made for a pod, just because I've been vaping that sweet Nirvana in it, so I didn't want to really change the profile
it's
too
nice,
much.
Sweet Nirvana.
Yeah. So that's VSO lemonade, Mesons of flower lemon.
It's a cult. It's a cult.
And Salubrome lemon Sicily.
Oh.
And I've got the Guar 21 with the barrage on top. And in that, I just started vaping last week's random mix, which steeped out nicely.
Oh, you just turned out all right. So, what's that, 3 out of 7?
It's turned out all right. Best describe it as a purple chewy thing. That's the only thing which comes into my mind.
Graham, Lady Liberty will gladly trade you.
No. And I'll pass it over to Wayne.
I made a new recipe today. It posted it. I guess I can post it in the chat.
Just bring it up. You can share it.
Oh, you want me to send it to you?
No. Share screen. Yeah, share screen.
Okay, let me share it.
And as long as Benny hasn't screwed up the share screen, it'll work.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes. I know what you got.
So this is using the Saturn Peach 3%, Strawberry Ripe 2.5, Pear Esto, Golden Kiwi, and a little bit of Cactus. And it's really fucking good. It's just like a juicy, succulent peach, strawberry, kiwi type mix. I like these like newer, not new, but like unique type fruit profiles that you kind of put them together and they make like these weird things. And this was one of them once I got that Saturn Peach in because it's so flavorful. And I actually just got the Pro Max, also the Pure Max, right? Is this what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I just got this in today from SX Mini. And how do you guys like it? Is it good? Because the way
it's really good.
He told me, David from SX Mini, he was like, I don't mean to be dramatic, but he's like, I think it's like dripper territory in terms of flavor. I was like, oh, okay, we'll see about that. But hearing that you guys have it now, I'm kind of intrigued that.
Yeah, it's got really nice flavor off of it. Very nice flavor.
Yeah, and it's got like a burn protection, right?
It has, yes. So the old one, if you not use the old one, which I don't know where mine is, but you could run the pod, they're right down, nothing in it, and it'd just go, no, I'm not firing. And it'd be literally nothing in it, and it won't burn. It's got like a temperature control on it. So, and you can virtually vape it dry.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed with it. It's been with me since Expo. So I've been using it for 2 weeks, and I've only had lemon in it. It hasn't lost any flavor, and it's still quite. I wouldn't say that. It's a little bit more duller than in a RDA, but it's close.
As long as it's as long as you can just taste things.
Oh,
a lot of pods to me, I can barely taste things. So, and everything SX Mini has done so far, in my opinion, has been awesome. So I'm like really pumped that they send me some of their stuff. I don't know how to use this thing. I don't know
I spent 3 days trying to put it in the wrong juice hole. The little thing which holds it up.
Oh yeah.
I pulled it from the top and tried to put the juice in the smaller hole.
yeah.
I was like, this is bloody designed badly. It's all over the place.
Oh wow, that actually hits really nicely.
Yeah, Tetley, he is. So, if you don't know, around about 10 o'clock we do random mixing, which Wayne has been good enough to say that he will do it for this 10 o'clock one. So,
yeah.
So is that all you're vaping on that little Pure Max then?
Well, that and then this this SX Mini. I don't remember the name of this device with the Hadeon cap, and this has the Saturn Peach, the Splattern Peach in there. And this is like what I use mostly. Like this is like 99.9% of the time using this thing.
Is that the Flavour's new stuff? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just because we met. Is it Brandon? Is it Brandon?
Mm-hmm. Brendan. Yeah.
Yeah, he was over at U.K. at the expo, and I went over and had a chat with him with Adam Maxey, And James has just messaged me to give him a message to get 10 new flavours sent out.
Nice.
For
Did he have a mullet or was he bald at that point?
Oh,
Brendan, did he have a mullet or did?
No, he didn't have a mullet. No, he wasn't bald, but he didn't
okay.
have a mullet. No, he didn't. He didn't have a mullet.
He used to have this glorious, like old school, like a Duke Nukem American mullet.
No, he didn't have that. He brought a big what is it though? Dustbin that he'd made to do holes with elastic band, so he could do big massive holes. He brought that over on plane. So that were quite good, like so. So I'm on the Gua with the TPP pod on top of it with some Just Juice, mango, and passion fruit. And I'm also on the box with the cubics, and inside that I've got some Naughty Juice RY4. Don't forget, go over and use BB20 for 20% off over at Disburger. So anybody got any questions they would like to ask Wayne? Ideal opportunity to do that. I know pugs are just... Obviously, you know pugs, because I'm assuming you've heard of steam pugs, because it's just...
Say no, say no.
Say no, say no.
Say no.
Yeah.
Isn't that a type of dog?
He says, why'd you cut your hair off?
My hair?
Yes. He says, please ask Wayne why he cut his hair off.
Oh, I did have long hair because my wife was gonna kill me if I kept growing it anymore. I like long hair. I do want to grow it back, but my wife hates it. Also, I'm like not good at keeping my hair clean, and when they shaved my head or when I got a cut, I had like ringworm on the back of my head. It was disgusting.
Oh, yuck.
So, yeah, so I was like, maybe I shouldn't keep my hair long. I'm not that good at cleaning myself, apparently.
Oh, there you go. Just remember that. Use Head and Shoulders in shower and it works wonders.
Yeah. I wish I didn't. I love long hair, though. I wish I could grow mine out like Tim's.
Rocky Tuna wants to know, does Wayne like savoury flavours?
No, absolutely not.
We had that discussion.
They belong on a plate with a knife and fork and not in your lung.
Well, I've got some beef, chicken tikka, blue cheese.
And yam.
Yam. Yeah. I've got a full Sunday dinner on here.
Yeah, enjoy that. You can enjoy that.
Yeah, it's not great. They're not great, to be honest with you. Fee says she didn't like Presto. Got celery, but maybe it was too high.
Celery, that's great. Yeah. I mean, I don't. Well, it's definitely strong, so you want to keep it at like a. And in my recipe, I have it at 0.25%, and you can still taste it. So if you're anywhere like over 1%, you're probably using it too high. But I don't know where celery would come from. Maybe you had a little bit of celery root in your teeth or something from dinner or something. I'm not sure.
Maybe so. I don't know. Don't know. She just got a celery. Everybody, Rocky Tuna loves a celery though. So when did you start doing your mix? Because if people, obviously, a lot of mixers will know who you are. If you go on YouTube, you put DIY mixing in, and your videos come up.
Yeah,
probably one of the biggest DIY mixers of ever that have done it. When did you start to get into the mixing side of things?
I want to say it was like 2013, 2014. Maybe a little bit before that. I don't remember the exact start. I've told this before, but the numbers are kind of. It feels like it was simultaneously like not that long ago, but then I look back, it's like almost 10 years ago now. But that's when I started. It was like, I mean, this was at a time when like 15 mils of e-liquid was like $25-$30. And for like what they call the premium e-liquid, what you would get at a shop. And it was just like insane because this was also at the time where we're starting to get into like just better devices and you can just blow through that e-liquid. You're not using it in a little like Ego Pen or a Genesis style device, which, you know, you could take 2 years to vape 10 mils. This stuff, we're starting to like really go through it. And I was vaping a lot because I really liked it. I was having fun with it. So I was like, maybe I should try making my own. And I also wanted to start making vaping videos. I thought it would have been like a fun little thing to do on the side. And I didn't want to just do reviews because everyone was doing reviews at the time. And I just felt like, I don't know. I just felt like that was kind of, I could kind of make my own little lane. So once I started, I was like, this actually kind of fits to what I've been doing most of the time since I was in like fine dining and stuff and working as like service and bar and stuff like that. So I was like, this is kind of a natural fit for me. And then I just like really liked it and then just started making videos and like taking it more seriously. And like a lot of the older guys in the beginning, like Head and Clouds is a big name. Um, what's that other guy's name? Like Fizz Mustard, and like they were starting to like really show people like you can do way more with mixing than what initially was expected. And then I kind of took what they were doing, implemented it into my mixing, and started to like translate that to people a little bit better, since they were just kind of like making recipes and not really explaining the mechanisms behind anything. And I wanted to kind of expand on that, and I thought it would make for good content and good and just kind of be interesting to watch. And then essentially that's kind of how it all began.
Yeah, because I know that everybody will have caught it when, like I say, I did it when I first started. Picked up on yourself. So watch Les, which were Les picking from UK, did a few little tests on some flavours, and then I thought, oh, what's this? When I wanted to get into it more, and found you then. And then, but Pippa's just put in, which we've got to ask you. So DIY Down Under, Pippa has just put in. Question for Wayne: do you think the future of DIY is looking grim, or do you think with further vaping restrictions around the world, DIY will get another surge in popularity?
I feel like it kind of. I used to always think that. There was one of the main reasons I kept staying in DIY is because the regulations were always looming, and there was always this threat that e-liquid was going to be gone in any minute. And I was always under the impression like maybe I should just keep doing this, so that way, if that does happen, then people will kind of surge into DIY. But that never really happens. Usually what happens if a state bans vaping, those people just leave vaping and they just start smoking, or they quit vaping and they just quit everything. There's like that real threat of like losing that entire sort of base there. But then sometimes you do see like these swings, and I feel like we're kind of going through one now where there just are these surges in DIY that for whatever reason, maybe there's like I don't know, maybe the algorithms are feeding YouTube viewers a little bit more, and then they kind of get into it that way. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it is like separate to whatever regulatory thing is going on. I don't think that has anything to do with any sort of popularity in DIY. It's really just kind of a natural thing. And I also noticed like the more that the DIY community is like active, then the more people start to get into it. And I'm finding that's kind of what's happening more recently, is like a lot more people are becoming more active and more people are getting excited about it, and that brings more people in. So I think ultimately, if you want more people into DIY, we just have to have more fun, I guess, and people will kind of want to hang out and we've hopefully stay off smoking.
We've seen that on here that we do when obviously we've been going. It's about 2 years now on here, Graham, doing this 2 years,
2.5, I think,
2.5. And we have seen that the UK is getting a little bit bigger in Europe. We're getting people coming in. We're getting a lot more people doing mixing that never done mixing before. You know, that say, oh yeah, and they've ordered, we've got them to spend loads, basically, because you go down rabbit hole of buying all concentrates, and suddenly they've spent a fortune on concentrates instead of buying e-liquid. So we've seen that a few more people coming in into this side of things. So it goes round, doesn't it? It goes round, and I do think that, you know, obviously with bands like Holland, they had that in there, where they're getting flavour bands. We've had a few people from Holland coming in to talk about mixing and ask things, you know. So at one time though, you had a load of shows on your channel.
Oh yeah,
you know, because you had quite a lot. If you wanted to know about mixing and you wanted a show to watch, you had quite a lot of shows on yours, and now it's sort of dwindled down. Is that just people have moved away from it, or, you know, because you had a show on there and you do your own shows now, you're mixing, but you used to have a panel show like this, and then, you know, got noted, and you had Vixens on there and things like that, and it seems...
Yeah, a lot. There's always like that rotation of cast members that kind of come and go. It's when you're doing like a DIY show, like something like Noted or like Developed is another example, Mix and Vixens. It is a lot of work. Like it's way more work than a review. You know, there's so much resources you have to spend. There's really not much, like, you're not getting anything out of it. You're just doing because it's fun and you like to do it and you want to interact with the community. But that's pretty much it. And it does get taxing on people trying to do it like every week and keeping up like this really intensive project. So I've noticed there's kind of like this natural cycle where you'll see a new cast, they pop up, they get involved. I do my best to try to get as many people involved in it as possible and have them make content and do whatever. And then once they kind of get burnt out, then they kind of, you know, slow down a bit, and, you know, they'll still hang out in the community, but they're just not as active as they once were.
Yeah. What I want to know is how the hell did Mango Sticky Rice win? Because it's fucking awful.
Yeah.
What did it win?
Didn't it win Best Mixer on one of your contests that you run? Didn't Mango Sticky Rice win?
No, it was apple butter.
Oh, no, apple butter. Yeah, that's just as bad.
Mango Sticky Rice was like a contender, though. I remember.
I was watching a video of apple butter. Somebody
apple
making
butter, yeah, that's not nice
apple
either.
butter. And I was like, okay, now I'll discover what actually is apple butter. And I was watching it and goes, well, that's not what I thought it was.
Well, rose milk doesn't have any rose in it either. So what's up with that? Huh?
I think
Not that you know of.
While he's looking here, I want to show you this. So if you really want to find Wayne, you are not wrong, guys, because look, DIY e-liquid mixers, and look what the first three things that pop up are.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah. I mean, Wayne, you got that cornered. You're good.
Yes,
you're on that.
Good SEO is what that's called.
It is, yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I say, Mango Sticky Rice I don't like, and apple butter I don't like that either. So I have no idea.
You don't like apple butter either?
No. I don't know.
I think it's a UK American thing.
Yes, the translation.
I didn't even know what it was. I just thought, what's apple butter? Is it just stewed apple?
No, it's just Wayne's broken. No, you've never. You guys don't have apple butter over there?
No, we don't. We don't.
Oh,
have
my
apple
grandmother
butter.
used to make it every year. I love apple butter.
Yeah. I think the Mango Sticky Rice was a really good recipe too. I haven't made it in years, so maybe it doesn't hold up. But
no, well, I got it in because when chefs were about, we could buy all the one shots from there because we could buy your one shots from chefs, and obviously they had Mango Sticky Rice and them. So I've bought stuff from there, and that were 3 years ago, and I've still got a Mango Sticky Rice in my cupboard that I've only made once. And thought, how the hell did this get into? Because it was awful. Well, that's just me.
Yeah, you know what? That's funny you bring it up because like some of the most like controversy that I've ever been in is like people wondering like why I think certain recipes are like really good. So I'm trying to remember a couple others, but that's usually it's like. So I can like tell for a recipe I'm really good at separating what I like from what I can taste. So personally, if I were to just vape anything that I liked and just this is what I just be like strawberry and creams and RY4s and stuff. But I'm really good at like kind of separating myself from that. But sometimes I think maybe I get too analytical about a recipe and I really kind of ignore like I put the recipe in the most charitable position and I kind of ignore like the pleasantness of it. And I think that is important because I ultimately as time has been going on, I've been doing this for like 10 years now. I've realized the complexity of a recipe, the intricacy of a recipe, the layering, all of the crazy stuff that we can do with recipes, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that really matters is like if you like it and if you want to keep vaping it. And that's really the hallmark of a good recipe is like, I want to keep vaping this thing. So that all day vape mentality, I think is like the most important thing. And that's kind of translated into my mixing in the last few years.
Yeah, have you seen that you've transitioned? Because obviously originally we all had a set thing. What you did with flavors, we do Capella, you do it this. It's got to be 20%. It's got to be so much of you don't put a lot of sweetener in anything. Has your perspective changed over years to that of how you mix from then to how you mix now with different flavors coming in that you don't have to build to make like a cheesecake anymore? You can cheat a little bit to make a cheesecake, or you can cheat a little bit to make an ice cream, which Pippa's just put in. I don't like liquid bar ice cream. I don't like the taste of it. Do you know what I mean? So I don't. So maybe I'm not good to go because I don't like liquid bar ice cream, as we're saying. But yeah, I don't know if because like obviously when you used to do an ice cream before, you do like you do sweet cream and things like that. But you don't have to do that as much. Has your mixing changed to adapt that now?
Yeah, it definitely. It really changed when I started making more recipes for companies, and I realized that there's a very there's a lot of how do I put this? There's so much more value in making sure that what makes a recipe good is as good as it can be. So like when you vape something like I don't know, like unicorn milk or something from Cutwood, there's like a certain essence that recipe has that makes you want to keep coming back, and the recipe should serve that purpose. It should really just highlight the best thing about that recipe. So like in this case of like a new recipe, that Saturn recipe that I posted, what I think what makes that recipe really good is like that juiciness and that succulence and that kind of like natural juice flavor.
Yeah.
So my whole purpose is like let's just make that as good as that can be. I don't care about what notes are going to be in there. The accents and stuff, all that kind of just is easy to do once you figure out the hard part, which is like what makes this recipe good. And that has been like really what I've focused on. Now, when I do live mixing, it might not seem like that, but when I do live mixing, a lot of it is just me playing and trying to find those moments and find like, oh wow, mixing this together, this creates this really wonderful thing. And I think that's the best way to go about it, is just kind of playing around, because you're not going to really be able to develop that. You just kind of have to find it, and then once you know it's there, then you can kind of harness that in, and that has changed my mixing, as opposed to like, well, here we're going to do a blueberry cheesecake. So we need the blueberry, we need the cheesecake, we need the cream, we need the whipped cream, we need the graham cracker, and then trying to layer all that in pieces. You can mix that way and you can make good stuff that way, but you are kind of coming at it in a different angle that I think doesn't ultimately make a better recipe. It's just like a different way of doing it. Yeah.
I do think that sometimes it's a little bit easier than what they had when we first started, that you had to make things to make a thing. So you had to have like 5 or 6 flavors
to make a base.
One thing, to make a base. Whereas a lot of companies now have brought out really good bases that you don't have to do that now. So it's took that step out of it, and you can build better recipes by not using, 10 different flavors to make an ice cream. Do you know what I mean? That's what it seems to be, that it's a little bit better. And they're always releasing different flavors. Do you still keep involved with companies sending you flavors out then?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I try my best. I don't reach out to companies really ever. If they want to send me stuff, I'm like, sure, because I have so many flavorings still that I have a whole line from this Indian company that sent me their stuff that was like 2 years ago that I just never got to, because it's just so much, and you get to a point where it's just like, does it even matter if I review this? Like one person might. So I do when I like Flavora is a company, I will always try their new stuff, because they're always pushing boundaries. Same with like Wonder Flavors. And I try my best to keep up on that and rely on like the people from Noted or whoever to tell me what's good, and then I go check that stuff out.
And then we argue. It's fun.
I'm not as diligent. I'm not as diligent as I used to be. Making sure that I have every single new ingredient all the time. It's just kind of I don't know. I don't think there's much value in that as much as I used to.
For what it's worth, Wayne, your Saturn peach recipe looks really good. I really want to try it.
It does if you like peach, sometimes peach can be a little bit like that though, can't it?
This peach, the Saturn peach, that's kind of unique. It's unique peach.
This is also fantastic.
Do you like it?
This is actually a fantastic pod. It's really good. If you guys want a good pod, what is it called? The Pure Max.
Pure Max.
Yeah.
And SX doesn't pay me. They just send me stuff. Okay, I don't get paid by them. They send me stuff, and everything they sent me recently has been good stuff, and I'm pretty sure they're affordable, if I'm not mistaken. They're not like
they won't be mega expensive.
I think they're coming in a retail price of around 30 pound.
How much are the cartridges,
I imagine 2 for 10.
Yeah, there'll be something like that. Yeah, there'll be about £10 UK. I don't know what that's about. 13,
I think that's what makes these cartridges are great.
Yeah, the Pure Max one. I was talking to him at Expo, because with these, did you have the last version where you could put the DOP mod cartridge in it? The VI class.
Well,
hold on. It's like the AIO, right?
Yeah, the VI class. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking about the Pure Max pods in them. After a while, just went and just pissed juice out. For no apparent reason. to just randomly piss the juice out. So I asked him what that was. He said basically they didn't realise that, obviously, I don't know why, but French 70-30 is totally different than UK 70-30 and different from American 70-30. So the pods because obviously we use we have to put nick shots in. We can't have it with nicotine in. So we get a bottle with a nick shot that we make them up. So we put 2 to make 120, which gives you 3 milligram. And what they didn't
Well, you're adding more
is
PG.
that, we might use PG, they might use VG. So it says a fine line about where you can put the coil to not just piss your juice everywhere, because different shots, people are putting different shots in. You know,
it can be 60-40 or 90-10. Yeah.
Yes, and not made for 70-30, because it's not a 70-30 anymore once you start.
Yeah.
You know, so that. But he says with these ones, they've changed them, which makes them a lot
It's
better.
the same problem for people that make base ahead of time. Make a 70-30 base. Once you add your flavorings, or you made it 80-20, it's not going to be that when you finish up because of whatever flavorings you're putting in.
Yeah, it changes it a little bit. Yeah, but it's great. I mean, the flavor is actually really good. It's really, really good.
So have you done a lot of pod mixing? Because I remember when you first come out, when people were starting to use pods, I remember watching you saying that you've got to up your flavourings.
Yeah.
You know,
you just released one last week, wasn't it? The berry pod mix.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot more pod stuff. Not as much as I probably should, because they have been like so much more popular than I ever expected. But I also do, like, a lot of my pod work is for like certain companies, and I've been giving them some heat. Okay, so if you've had a pod from like a big company in the last couple of years, it's probably my recipe. And when I go to make a recipe for the public, I'm like, fuck, man, like because I can't use like their recipe, and I'm like, and they're so specific and they're so hard to do in like a really good way that it's a lot harder to kind of just like build one out. But yeah, I also hate pods, but now I guess like I probably shouldn't, because it seems like they're getting pretty good. They're actually
they're a lot better. Yeah, don't hate on them, because they are a lot better than there was. You know, they are coming along a lot better. You know, probably with the mesh coils that you're getting in rather than, you know, round wire. You know, they have taken off. You do get a really good flavours off of them, rather than, especially low wattage as well.
They're also fixing some of the leak issues with the newer designs. A lot of them are using like rubber stoppers in them and stuff. Like, you know, that helps a lot.
Yeah.
So
do you do a lot of mixing for a lot of companies then?
Not a lot, not as much as I was when the industry was like going crazy. But for the companies that I do mix for, it seems like they want a lot of recipes, which is pretty good. Any companies out there that need a recipe, let me know. I'll help you out. But that's kind of where the bulk of that's the commercial mixing has been propping up the project, since it is an expensive project. And I'm doing my best this year and next year to start to get more income into the website, so I can keep that like completely self-funded, and I don't have to worry too much about the commercial work, which I'm sure is going to slow down eventually. Hopefully it doesn't, but I'm sure there is. So it's
have
just
you not
a matter
ever thought
of
about bringing your own line out then? I know you did your one shots and your own e-liquid line. I know you did your one shots.
Yeah, I am thinking about doing like one shots and selling them retail on my site. That is something that I am thinking about doing.
Would you not bring your own line out for commercial use, you know, an e-liquid line?
No, if a company wanted to co-pack with me or do something like that with me, I'd be more interested in that. It really have to be the right type of thing. But just the regulation stuff, really, I don't want to do it and spend all this time and then we just can't get it through because of regulations or whatever. It would have to be with like a really big company that plans on doing this for some time. You know what I mean? I don't want to do like a cash grab. I feel like if I need the money, then I can just do more content, push people to the website, or, you know, sell one shots on my own side. I really don't like cash grabby type of things. I think and for myself, I don't, you know, other people might feel differently, but for myself, I feel like the integrity part of DIY or die is really important. And as soon as that starts to kind of get compromised, I I just feel like people are gonna kind of lose that trust. So I don't ever want to do anything that compromise that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Aromaxi because they've just gone with all Flavour flavours. That's why it was over. It's just full Flavour. There's no other flavours in it. And them flavours were banging. He's done a root beer that's like no root beer in it, but it tastes like a root beer. Really, really nice flavours.
I could 100% do a full like Flavour line. Like their flavorings are that good. They really are. Like,
yeah. You want to come over here because you'd get all you got to do is put your face about. Because you probably won't know who it is. Apache Indian. I don't know if you've heard of Bum Shakalaka. He's big in like 90s over here. He's just released a juice line that he's know nothing about. Was at the expo releasing it. Got best fruit. And, his son with his DJ was stood in the middle of the expo with a fag in his mouth. With a cigarette hanging out. We were like, oh, come on. Do you know what I mean? It was just, that is, like you said, it's a cash grab. That was just a cash grab. 100% it's just a cash grab.
Yeah.
So, these companies that'll do it over here, if you want to come over and put your name on a bottle,
there was a time before we had our daughter, there was a time where we seriously thought about moving to the UK. The whole Brexit thing kind of fucked it up a little bit. Yeah. It became like so much more complex than we wanted it to be. But there was a very serious point in time where we were going to move to London and just be that and be UK with you guys.
Yeah. Would you come over for the expo? Would you come over for the expo?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Because I know you did South Africa, didn't you?
Yeah, South Africa. I did a UK expo with chefs a while back. I don't remember. I think it was just the UK Vape Expo. I think that's what it was called.
Yeah.
And that was really fun. And that was actually super. Like me and my wife had such a good time in London, and I don't remember the name of the town that we were in.
You had a good time in London. Good time in London. Jesus Christ. Please.
He's definitely
really
a tourist.
You have to be definitely a tourist. Yeah.
I love those type of cities. Like Philly is similar to London in the sense of it's a big city, but it doesn't feel like a New York City or like a Tokyo. It's like very much like more, I don't know, chill, I guess. Like that's the type of city vibe I like.
Yeah.
And I put it in chat. If you'd like to get a membership to DIY Day or Die Mixers page, $3 a month. I put that link in chat for you, Wayne. It helps support them and get a little extra content from them. Right?
Yeah, definitely, because you can go. It has extra bits on there and flavor.
And it's $3 a month. It's $3 American a month. It's not.
I try to make it less than like a flavoring a month if it's worth it to you. I release stuff on there all the time. I just released something the drip feed, which is like I'm doing my best to do like daily posts. So you'll have like daily notes or a daily recipe or a daily research thing, and that's going to be for members only. So you'll see, like, if you're not a member and you view that Saturn recipe, you can't read the dev notes. You can get the recipe. I never want to sell recipes, but the notes and the stuff that advanced mixers might want to see, that'll be just for members. So if you want to see that stuff, it's $3 a month. You can pay yearly, quarterly, really, however you want to do it. Yeah.
So see you later, Madafra. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, do go over and support him over there. It was Vape Fest, apparently. It was one where the tents were.
Yes,
it was Vape Fest that you went to in Shrewsbury.
Yes, that's what it was. Shrewsbury, yes.
Shrewsbury, yes.
Shrewsbury.
Yes. Ian Thomas.
And what happened was I ate a fish and chips from a food cart. And it was like beaming sun on us, and I was eating this fish and chips, and then we were driving all the way back. And you motherfuckers have roads like that go like this for miles and miles. And I tell the chefs, I'm like, you have to pull over. And I just fucking puke off the fish.
Oh, no.
The fish and the fried and like the sun and then the swerving in the car for like 7,000 miles. I just couldn't handle it.
So that was your first experience of fish and chips, was it? And you puked them back up again?
Yeah, pretty much. That was fun though. We had a great time. It was awesome.
Yeah. So let's say it's a shame about chefs packing in like, but we had. I don't know. Do you use where do you order your flavor? I know you got loads of flavorings, but where do you order your? Do you just get it from America now for your flavorings if you order Bull City?
Yeah, Bull City, Flavor Jungle, and then if I need flavorings from that you guys have over here, then it's usually from Nom Noms. I think is
Nom Noms. Yeah, Nom Noms seems to have taken over that space of chefs at the moment.
I think Nom Noms might have the biggest selection period right now.
Yeah,
for single
period. Because entering this ELR competition, I made the recipe and I was like, I have to change that one out and I have to change that one out. You can't get it on Bull City, you can't get it on here. And everything I was putting in for virtually the whole day was like, oh, no, can't use that. And I was looking for brandy, nowhere to get brandy. In Bull City, Flavour Jungle, no brandies.
Nope, they don't have any.
No Flavor Art brandy? I guess not, no.
Matt D's just put chefs are still open. Yeah, they are still open, but it's not the same chefs as it was chefs, Matt. It's not the amount of flavours that they had at chefs. Chefs is Dark Star bought chefs out. I bought the remaining stock of it and took the name.
Who is it that has the leftover chefs? It's Kings or something like that. What was it?
King. Well, I think it's King Flavors.
King Flavors. Yeah, they're the
ones
you can still buy from original chefs.
But not as much. It's not as big as it was.
I Get You 69 was looking for Wayne at Vape Fest. Did he find Wayne? How do you remember that? That's crazy. You remember that? That is so crazy. You remember that? No, I never met him, and it is the biggest regret that I have is that I never got to meet I Get You 69, who was like, I love that guy too. Is he still doing videos?
No, he's not. He's doing what is it now? Turnwood Effect. Stabwood mods. You can buy a mod off of him. Very nice mods as well.
How do I buy one? Yeah, I remember seeing
I want one.
Turnwood Effects it's called.
Turnwood Effect? Oh, FX, I see.
Turnwood FX.
Yeah. All right, someone get him to contact me.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get one of these. Wow, these are beautiful.
They're nice, they're nice.
Oh, I want that one right in that
Everything's
very
sold
beginning.
out.
The purple and pink. That purple pink. That's nice.
They probably sell out instantly, I would assume.
Oh, look at those drip tips.
Well, he needs to start making more, man.
They're shopping.
Yeah, they're making we started
they're shopping.
Okay, if you look at the Squonk mods, that orange, that you got me sold right there. That orange.
Yeah, well, he makes them to order. He makes them to order, so you can contact him and he'll,
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're made to order.
Okay.
So you just get in touch with him.
There was one recipe of Wayne's that I vaped virtually all one summer, which was the watermelon. When I bought all the things that to try it, liked it, and then just ended up getting just 30 mils of the concentrate, just all summer, just vape that.
Yeah, I've done that as well. It was nice with WS23 in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that recipe was... It's like one of my most proud recipes just because we made that live on air. And before I made it into a one-shot, I really tried to see, hold on, Isla. Oh, my daughter's screen. I really tried to see if I can make that recipe any better. And I was like, it's really just as good as I can get it. Anytime you would add something to it, you would lose like that. It's like a natural watermelon. And I really liked how it was it wasn't that candy watermelon feeling. And yeah, one of my most proud recipes. Even though I don't think it's my best work, I'm definitely really proud of that recipe. And
also, every time you vape it, you've got that viral video in your head. Run watermelon instead.
Yeah.
So we need about 100 to 200 of you to jump right on that and sign up for a site so you can afford to buy a TFX mod and pay for it out of the site.
What's your most successful recipe then, Wayne, that you've ever released in your
rose milk?
Rose milk.
Rose milk is by far the most successful recipe.
The lie recipe.
The lie recipe.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you release it as a recipe?
No.
It was.
No. I will release it one day.
Yeah, I say that about my range.
But when
I
that day will
release them, but I'm just holding on to them. Just going, not quite yet because I might want to.
I don't have hair. No, I don't have hair. No, there's no hair.
I will release it when I have another recipe that I want to not release. I think that was a good idea. Yeah. I always have one recipe that I just can't. I don't know.
There are some people that are really close. You've told us that. Yep.
Because
Yeah,
at
some
one
people got
point it
pretty
was
close.
guess the flavour in it, wasn't it? I remember you doing guess the flavours, and I'll let you know three of them, and I'll
Yeah, technically the recipe was out. You just had to find where I hid them.
yeah. I
I
remember you
had
saying
people
that.
sent on that fucking scavenger hunt, and people did take it seriously, and they found a few of the ingredients. But there were some that I was like, "You're never gonna find this," and they never did.
I have had
I was
rose
like,
milk.
all right, forget it.
I have had it. I quite like rose milk. Can we we can't get your one shots here now, then, can we?
Can you order from Flavour Jungle?
Yeah, unless you can get them from Flavour Jungle. I know they ship to Canada. I'm not sure if they ship to the UK. I don't see why they wouldn't. But yeah, they would. It's either them and then Liquid Barn. I think ships internationally also. So
Yeah, I know you
get
did.
them from them.
Because you did the
You just have to
separate
pay the
ones.
extra shipping.
Yeah, you did an extra one with Liquid Barn, didn't you? Ones that we couldn't get from chefs.
No, you could. They were just through chefs. So Water Malone was through chefs. So Liquid Barn only had the rights to the United States sales, and then I
know
I
you
gave
could.
some
We
of them
could
to
get
chefs.
rose milk. We could get liquid Water Malone. I think we could get bro nuts. I think we could get that. Did we get
Yeah, there was there was only like a cup. There was in from Liquid Barn. There's a blood orange champagne, but I didn't have that version in the UK. The UK had a dragon fruit champagne, so I had that kind of disparity there. And then there was another one that was like that. I forget what recipe it was, but
Did you
the
do
UK
that
had
to
two
cater?
recipes that you couldn't get in the US.
Is that one you catered to like the geographical, like trying to?
Well, I thought they were both good, and I was like, here, let's just use chefs. You can do the dragon fruit one, and then Liquid Barn can do the blood orange one. Yeah, I guess I can probably release that dragon fruit one now, since chefs doesn't.
A birthday cake one you did apparently.
Yeah, funfetti, but you can get that in the United States. Let me see if I can find it. There was the dragon fruit. I know that one wasn't available in the States. Yeah, I'll look for it, but you guys can continue.
There you go. So we are coming up to that time, so we are going to start getting you to once you've found that to
making Wayne work.
Making Wayne, yeah. Come on, you come on a mixing show. You got to do a bit of mixing, haven't you?
Even though chat still has to learn, we're trying to make good mixes. Stop trolling us.
Joey says, "What about the cannoli one that you did?"
Which one? I don't know. Oh, so there was a Fruity Pebble ice cream donut that chefs had that I never released in the United States. There was and a chocolate malted milkshake that was never released.
That sounds good.
So there's 3. And then there was the Dragon Musso, which the Dragon Champagne one. Dragon fruit champagne.
You had me at chocolate malted milkshake.
I think there was one more actually. No, that was it.
Dragon Posh Vape Dew.
What?
Oh, maybe Boardwalk. I don't know if Boardwalk I have ever released that in the United States either, which is the strawberry banana milkshake.
Oh, Anki.
Are you quite? I'm guessing you're quite partial to strawberry then.
Yeah, you think?
A little bit of glow there, isn't there?
It's so, just so no one knows, he's not partial to Cap either.
So I know that's like a meme, but I really don't use Cap that much in my recipes.
So what's your favorite strawberry?
Cap sweet strawberry.
Cap sweet strawberry.
Well, it's either that or both the TFA strawberries are really good. Flavor Apprentice strawberries. It could go either way, depending on what I want to do. But for the most part, I'm usually always reaching for Capella sweet strawberry. To me, it's just like the best.
Have you tried Mom and Pop's sweet strawberry?
No, I haven't.
It's very much like what is it? Not Jam Monster. What's the other one that does
Crimson Seed Rochford projects.
Well,
let's push the one that just shut down now.
Yeah, no, he's very much the Mum and Pop's sweet strawberry is very much a jammy strawberry. It's really nice. It's really nice.
Well, they did the caterpillar chow, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah, that's Graham's favourite.
Caterpillar chow, go nuts.
That flavoring is awesome. So I'm not opposed to checking out. You get those at Noms?
It's getting discontinued, isn't it?
There are still some at Noms. That's where I got mine from. I got the
sweet
whole line
strawberry. I can't find anywhere.
Oh, the company doesn't exist anymore?
No sweet strawberry. Yeah,
I couldn't find it anywhere.
Mom and Pops is closed down.
Oh, is it closed down now?
Its PMTAs did not go through.
Oh, right. Bloody hell. We've got a question, Martin. So it's a question for Wayne. I see people using things like 28 strawberry flavours in one recipe. Is there any point doing this?
No, not really.
Maybe up to 3, depending on what you're doing, but not much more.
Even you really just, like I said, like you can try to layer your strawberries to create the strawberry that you want, but I think you should try to keep the focus on like, what do I want out of a strawberry? What do I love about strawberry? What do I want to vape? You know, what that note is, and just try to find how to get that note. And usually it's a combination of maybe 2 strawberries, maybe 3 strawberries, maybe strawberry with a little bit of raspberry. Kind of think more in that sense rather than
strawberry with a little bit of apricot works, and there's all kinds of little.
Yeah,
you can bring stuff out of strawberry.
It's a lot of thinking of like, okay, I want a strawberry that is like bright, so I'm going to use this strawberry. But I also need a little bit more accent of like juiciness, so then I'll add this strawberry in. But now it seems to kind of be losing some of that brightness, so I'll use this strawberry to bring that back. But now it seems like there's too much jamminess, so I'll have to add this and it's just you kind of snowball that. When in reality, you probably can just tweak that initial strawberry to where you want it, and then kind of build out from there. And it's not, again, it's a DIY, so that's not always the case. Maybe there is a scenario where you need 28 strawberries, but for the most part, if you want to stay efficient, you got to try to shift your mindset a little bit in your mixing.
I've got 28 strawberries and I can't taste any of them.
Yeah, he's got strawberry.
I think I kind of given up the hunt, and if somebody goes, ultimate strawberry, try it. I'd just go, it won't work. It just won't work.
Hey, you could have my issue, Graham. At least you're not getting anything. Whereas with grape, I just get.
I was going to say grape. Yeah,
I get white powder.
Straight up diesel.
I get white powder.
Graham, what about baked strawberry?
That's not too bad. It's very, very basic, but I still get the white powdery taste to it.
Oh, you do get it? Oh.
Glazed too? Like something in the strawberry.
Glazed as well.
Alpine strawberry, I could taste. What was it? Wonder Flavors strawberry gummy.
Yep,
tasted like just worming powder.
Wait, what?
Worming powder. You know, the worming powder drink that you used to get when you were a kid to clear your worms.
The younger than us, Graham. I won't remember that.
I think that was just you, Graham.
No. I had, yeah.
Ian Thomas, you're in chat. Help us with the worming powder.
I had worming powder as well.
Oh, you had worming powder.
In dirt, yeah. When we played in dirt when I was a kid, yeah.
Worming powder. What is it, like a mud pie?
No. When you played in dirt when you were a kid, you obviously got different bits, and you end up with little wiggly things in your poop.
Worming powder, metal comb, all the essentials for when you go as a kid at school.
Faxy's just put in that strawberry Pop-Tart is fucking sick. Someone who is strawberry blind.
That's because Faxy, it's not my recipe. That was kindly donated by Nevans.
Yes, we're quite friends with Nick.
The number
Nevans.
2 mixer, the ex-number 2 mixer in the world. Now he's retired.
Yeah, number 2 mixer in the world. Because you had a little bit of a thing with him, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. We had really a whole episode devoted to
We'll give him some stick for that.
We made him change his name in the blue corner.
That was so fun. Oh man. I feel bad because like losing that. If I would have lost that, I would have been devastated.
Yeah.
So I imagine he was hurt inside. That's a tough.
We didn't really know Nick at that point as well. It was the first time we had him on the show and talked to him.
Yeah.
So he came in blind, and then we were just like really kind of wound him up about the competition.
Yeah.
Shout out Nick. I do love Nick.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got quite good friends with him now. Like since then, because we met up at Expo, we're quite good friends with Nick and.
So Hanky shares worming tablets every 6 months with the dogs. He says he has them every 6 months, so he has some too. Apparently,
Fair enough. So, right, Wayne, we are up to that point where we do ask you to do a little bit of mixing for us. It is randomly done. You tell us how many trays you've got. We will tell you. You can't look at them. You just pick, and we'll randomly tell you to pick a flavour out. So you can either, but they are random, so you can't look when you're going in picking them out. So don't have all your strawberries in one drawer.
Don't go through all of them. Like give them.
I just randomly grabbed how many?
Yes. So you tell it. So you tell us how many drawers you've got.
Oh, okay.
Just pick a section, not all of them.
We can
pick a section like 10.
I have 9 sections.
So you have 9 sections, right? So what we'll do, we'll ask everybody in chat just to put in a number, and you go over there and pick, not without looking, open the drawer, pick one out randomly.
Okay. The sections are accompanied. So if you pick section 1, that's going to be all TFA. If you pick section 2, it's all flavor arts. Just let you guys know.
Right. So in chat, if you give us between 1 and 9 a number, please. And then, so the first one up is number 7. Can he hear us? Oh no, he's going to get stuff. He took his headphones off. 10.5.
Oh, I go now. Number 7.
Right. So we've got 7, 3, 5.
And it has to be a random. And look, but don't actually look. Like close your eyes type thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
3, 5, 4, and 1.
4, 5, and then 1.
And 1.
You know, chat are going to be nice to him this week, aren't they?
Probably.
Probably not.
Nice.
Jesus. Thank you.
So he's. So is that 5 random flavors?
Yeah. Let's see what we got.
Are you doing it, Graham?
Red soft candy, VTA. Red soft candy. Marshmallow, TFA. Grapefruit blend, Flavora. Pudding milk chocolate.
Did you say marshmallow TFA?
Yeah.
I'll catch the others in a second.
Mascarpone cream.
It's looking nice already.
And hibiscus.
And hibiscus, right. So you got 5 flavors there. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mascarpone cream.
Yes.
What's mascarpone cream? Who makes that?
This is like going to the hairdresser, where you go to the hairdresser and you lose all control over everything, and you're stuck there like that, going, "Oh my god, I hate this."
Yeah, it will be
like that for a mixer.
Mascarpone cream. Who makes mascarpone cream?
Right.
Do I have to use every ingredient?
Right, yeah. So you can change one. If you want to change one flavour out for a flavour of your choice, you can do, or you can stick with that you've got.
No, I'm going to switch out the pudding. I don't know if the pudding is going to work. I actually got a pretty good draw, I feel like.
So you can put.
I switch out the pudding. Do I have to stay in that drawer?
Yeah, if you want to stay, you can pick whatever you want. You can pick if you want to swap one out.
To try and rescue the recipe, and then chat will try and sabotage it.
See, when I did it 2 weeks ago, it was swap it out for another random one. Now Wayne's on.
Okay, red soft candy by Vape Train.
Yep. The average.
Well, he
All
hadn't
right,
got
so you
pictures of
start
the
getting that
flavour
ready
yet.
too. Yeah, but red soft candy would be 2%. We can start on that. Get them going. 1 to 3, probably.
Oh, they're gonna tell me what percentage?
Oh yeah, they're going
Yeah,
to tell
they're
you what. Yeah,
And he also
Penny's dropped
Wayne.
now. What? Penny's dropped. He's gone. Oh shit.
Wayne, what nicotine percentage and how big a bottle are you making?
It's gonna be 1%.
1%, Nick.
Yeah.
What size bottle are you making? How many?
We'll make it 10 mil.
That's what I did.
I got daring. I did 60 mil with the first one.
So yeah,
Oh my God, I'm not doing that again.
All right,
So
you said how much for the red soft candy?
Well, they got to vote on it.
So, in chat, we need a percentage between 1 and 3. The average is 2.
Yep.
So between 1 and 3, please.
Yeah,
this is not a bad draw. I'm gonna
cream.
swap the pudding for. Let's keep it red. Chat, give me a red ingredient. I'll let the chat choose.
Pip saying
red.
grab vanilla swirl. It's the cheat code.
Well, I have the marshmallow already.
Salubarum berry banana. That is a red.
So that's coming in. The first one's coming in. We've got 3, 2, 2, 3. It looks like it's a 3.
It's a 3.
Okay, we'll do 3.
Okay.
Red soft candy at 3.
Right. So can someone pick?
Are you gonna mix? Are you gonna mix while you go? Because I can tell you the percentage. I mean the grams if you want. Or do you want to wait after?
So we've got a strawberry. We've got a raspberry.
We got a Flavour West red soda.
Red soda.
That's a good flavor, actually. Mild but good.
Strawberry.
2 for strawberry.
Yeah, 2 for
Yeah,
strawberry.
pick a flavoring. Pick a red flavoring. Hopefully I have it.
Put some sriracha in.
Yeah. Tam, you all right, Tam?
Capsium is red, isn't it?
Rich cinnamon.
There is. Rich cinnamon has a red top.
It's a red hot kind of. I won't do that to you. I was going to say the red hot, but that's oil based. I don't want you to.
Oh, Joey's saying raspberry jelly bean.
All right, I'll get that one.
So mascarpone cream FA is not in the ELR database, by the way.
Is it not? Is it under?
So we're just adding. So we're just adding it. I didn't see any mascarpone at all from FA in the ELR database. So it must be one of the ones that got deleted.
What? It's Wonder Flavors, isn't it? Not FA. Mascarpone cream.
Well, they have mascarpone, but it's not cream.
Raspberry jelly bean.
There we go. Right,
this one actually might even turn out pretty good.
Right, Tom.
What's the next one?
Marshmallow TPA, right?
Yep.
2. That's also 2, so another 1 to 3.
So 1 to 3 for the marshmallow, will it? You say marshmallow?
TPA.
TPA marshmallow. Between 1 and 3, please.
And
between
honestly, that's so far you're good, Wayne. So far it sounds good, like a decent mix.
I honestly think this might turn out not bad. The grapefruit might be a little tricky. And the mascarpone. SSA mascarpone.
Oh, it's SSA.
Yeah.
2. We've got a 2.
It smells good though. It smells like meringue. 2%.
2. 1. 2.
It's going to be a 2.
2. It's going to be a 2 here. 2, 1, 2. Yeah, 2 definitely. It's 2%.
2. Okay. And then what was the next one you had there? I got raspberry jelly bean in, and then
Yeah, do that one next. Raspberry jelly bean.
Raspberry jelly bean average is 1.5.
So raspberry jelly bean 1.5. So we're going to do 0.5 to 2.
And I still don't see a mascarpone SSA either. I see a marzipan.
Don't get mixed up with marzipan.
That's not the same, no.
So jelly bean between 0.5 and 2, please. What are you giving us? 1. 1, 2, 1.5.
Kind of going right down at the 1.5.
One.
Yeah. One.
Should we split it into a 1.25?
Yeah, 1.25.
1.25. Okay.
Yeah, we got one. We got a couple of twos. 2.
And although I had to put it in, mascarpone SSA.
What was that one he's putting in? Did you just the raspberry?
The raspberry 1.25.
Oh, well,
I don't know. I don't think he's mixing any of it yet. I'll give him to when he's ready. The mascarpone SSA doesn't, because it doesn't exist on ELR.
Oh, I was gonna mix it when I'm putting the recipe in the calculator, so I was gonna mix it after.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Right. So what we're going to pick on this then, Wayne? What's your preferred percentage of mascarpone? Would you normally use it?
I don't know. I haven't used it.
What's the average on the calculator you got? Because you're using ATF.
It doesn't. There's none on the calculator.
Yeah, I didn't have one either.
Maybe we go
0.5 to 1. Yeah, I'm thinking I wouldn't chance it. Because that could be really bad. I'd go low.
Chat can choose. Let chat decide.
They'll doing that. They'll put like 7%. Yeah. So we'll go conservative. We'll go 0.5 to 1.5.
Yeah.
Even that might be high. What's the fifth one, by the way, while we're waiting? Wayne, what was the last
grapefruit blend and then hibiscus.
Oh, grapefruit blend. I like that.
15 is 1.5.
Is that the cap hibiscus?
10%.
10%. 15.
Yeah, Pippa's saying 10%, 1.5.
Well, wait a minute. With the hibiscus and that's 6 flavors. You only need 5.
Oh, you only need 5?
Yeah.
You only need 5, yeah.
You
can take one of those out.
Just drop the hibiscus. I think I chose that one last.
Okay.
1.5, 1.5. So we've got a few ones, got 1.5. We're going to do for 1.25, same.
Okay. Yeah, and then grapefruit blend Flavora.
Average is 1.5. I would say that's fair. That's fair. It's not super strong.
So we're going to go, but what we're going to do, same again?
I'd say 1 to 2. You don't want to go much over 2 with that one.
Between 1 and 2 then.
That definitely can be.
1 and 2 for grapefruit.
A little polarizing.
Can I add super sweet?
Well, we asked the question.
That's up to them. That's up to the chat.
That's up to the chat.
I know that sucks, Lane. It does. Because this is screaming. I want super sweet with this mix. It does.
We got 2 1s, a 3, and a 0.5.
0.5, 0.5, 1.5, 2, 2.
No, that's just hanky.
1.5. Yeah,
it definitely should be like a 0.5 flavor.
I'm thinking so too.
Pretty strong.
We'll let you have that. 0.75. We'll let you have that one.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, can I have sweetener or not?
So what we're saying
no.
in chat, we want X1 for sweetener, X2 for no sweetener. X1 for sweetener, X2. Yeah, it's straight in with X1. X1.
I'm beholding myself.
X1.
I'm gonna start mixing it.
Yeah. So X1.
We got another X1.
X1. Oh, they're all for X2. Anki's put X1. Yeah. X2, X2s are coming in now. X2.
Oh, no.
X1. You can't
XX1 for XX1 for ultimate sweetener. That way they can put some real sweetener to this thing.
I think we're even at the moment on the X1s and the X2s.
I think so.
All right. X1.
But there's another X1.
Yeah. We'll let you at X3.
I think you can have it, yeah.
Yeah, we'll let you have some.
All right.
We'll be nice.
0.5%. I'll do 1 drop. That's all I
Yeah,
know.
the amount of sweetener is up to you. That's the only one you're allowed to do. And that's because Graham will refuse to put what we voted for on his.
Yeah. Right, we need you to come up with a name now. Chat.
Yeah, now we need to come up with a name, chat.
We need a name for this, please. You still having trouble with your keyboard, Graham?
No, that was my phone.
Oh, right.
That's something. That's. I think that was Wayne going live. Actually,
You know, I'm thinking this is soft red grapes. I mean, that's in there. Soft red grapes.
So we need a name, please, everybody in chat.
DIY, but don't
We've
die.
got DIY, but don't die. And we need to ask you that. Why soft red grape? Why DIY or die? Where did the name come from?
I thought it was a cool name. I don't know, and it kind of fits in the theme of like smoking and harm reduction and doing it yourself. So I felt I like the alliteration DIY or die. That kind of felt like a good
DIY or cancer, basically a DIY or die.
I kind of wish I had like. I just kind of wish like I went by like a name, like just like Wayne or something. But
Yeah.
Oh my God, the little duck. Got any grapes? The lemonade stand thing. Have you guys ever seen that? I know where she got that from.
We've got
Got
Sweet
any
Red
grapes?
Pony. We've got any
it
grapes?
smells pretty good.
Didn't you get given a nickname on Reddit at one point? I think it was in the DIY e-juice community. Isn't it Young Lungs or something like that you were called?
Yeah, that was a nickname. Yeah, that was my rap name.
Do you know when? So you had a lot of trouble with a company pinching the recipes at one point, didn't you? Over here,
Yeah.
UK. Did it ever have come of that, or what happened with that, or did it just carried on, or?
Luckily, most of the companies that like stole recipes from me and a bunch of other peers, they just kind of went out of business, and you know what I mean. Like those type of things don't last long. They're not really in it for any long reason. They just want to make a quick buck and sell shitty products to their customers. Made in like some shed somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. The worst thing was like how some profiles would be associated with my name, and they would make like there was a company that was pretty popular that made like rhodonite, and they were doing it for a while, and it just wasn't rhodonite. It was like a cheaper version of it, and people would try it, and they would be like, oh, this recipe sucks, and he's a bad mixer, and that was like the worst that came of that. But for the most part, it wasn't too bad. I'm sure the financial aspect of it was a little high, but you can't really do anything about it. You know what I mean?
Right, so we've got any grapes, Sweet Red Pony, Wayne's soft red grapes, Grain.
I like that one.
That's me.
Pippa's put name Piles if it's bad, Soft On if it's good.
Yep.
Martin's put DIY in Wayne's World. So
Shut up!
what we got?
God, Hanky.
what's Hanky?
Hanky's used tissues.
So what we're thinking then? I'll let you lot pick this time. What we're gonna call it?
I like Wayne's soft red grapes. I just think it's like because it fits the what's in it.
I'll do that then. Wayne's soft red grapes.
Let's see what AI.
I'm dripping it. Here we go. Let's try it out. It smells a little funky. Once that grapefruit has kind of sat in there.
That's what I'm worried about. That's the only thing that makes me wonder is that grapefruit.
Dusty Country Roses saying purple pizza eater.
Yeah, purple pizza eater. Yeah, that's quite a good one actually. Yeah.
That kind of like I like that one too.
Wayne's
The back of
purple
the hand's
people
not
eater.
so good.
Is it not that guy? Is it?
And what you using?
Is it not?
No. It kind of tastes like a purple Smarties.
Using 0.5%.
It's not like
capsaicin?
unvapable though.
It's workable.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's not the worst thing I've tried. It's better than anything Tim has made.
Do you think
Hey! You actually liked my mix.
Well, this is what we're showing, that you could, when we started doing this, just randomly picking stuff out, was could you make a recipe out of some random flavors, and if it's going in the right direction, could you swap? Could you work on it later to bring it back around again?
Yes, I do think you can with this recipe.
And
it's
that's
really like the grapefruit is kind of fucking everything up, but it also adds an interesting layer. Like it does make things interesting. I'm curious what is like. It's like the grapefruit. There's like a natural, almost earthiness that the grapefruit has, and it seems to be clashing with like the artificial notes from the red soft candy and the jelly bean. And if you can kind of work that out, there's actually like a pretty interesting flavor there. And because the mascarpone is in there and the marshmallow, it does taste like a gummy, like a chewy gummy flavor. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Well, that's what I say, that you can make from randomly picking things up. You can make, something that's all right. Sometimes you don't, because
no, we've got a lower hit rate than that.
Yes, we have got a lower hit rate than a high hit rate, to be fair.
Hey, okay, if they'd let me switch out one flavor, I think mine would have been salvageable. They made me put that grape pixie stick. That pixie stick you had made me put in there. It's a mulled cider with these weird funky spices, and then pixie stick. It's like that doesn't work. It's that grape pixie. They don't. No.
Yeah, if the pudding was in here, if I had to keep the pudding, this would have been a disaster.
Yeah.
I never complained about my lemon drink but with Philadelphia butter cake in.
No, mine turned out all right, because I had I had rhubarb, the natural range, so I had some of that in it, passion fruit and all that. Was quite nice.
All right, Benny, you vaped that cheese vape, and that ain't half bad.
No, I said it was all right. He stunk. I said it wasn't as bad.
The room note on it's terrible. It actually doesn't taste that bad. I have it too, and yeah, it's not as bad as.
I think if you swap the grapefruit for the hibiscus, that actually it might be solvable.
Oh, so it would have been better if you kept the hibiscus instead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the thing.
But the grapefruit is interesting. Like it makes it interesting and unique. So who knows?
Yeah.
Thank you, Chad. It wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be.
They're quite reasonable. They are quite reasonable to chat, to be honest with you. Sometimes they're not. It depends when we're doing it. Like we did one for a charity stream that we had to do the worst liquids we could, and they just went hell for leather. It were like, the average is 2, but you can pick this. I'll just put 10 in. Just 10 of everything.
That's a little crazy.
Right, has anybody got any questions before we go? Because it is coming up to that time. Does anybody want to know anything from Wayne?
Yeah, have you still got any white whales that you've never been able to nail?
That's kind of funny. That's next Saturday's episode, by the way. We're doing white whales again.
I've never been able to get. I've talked about this. Has been my white whale for 10 years now. It's a natural, like, nice cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough. I just can't get it. It's tough. It's really, really difficult profile. And I've tried it. I've had an e-liquid. I've had 2 e-liquids that did it almost perfectly. So I know it's possible. I know that there's an ingredient out there or something that enables it. I just haven't been able to find it.
Yeah, that's half a problem. Some of them are made from, they have specialist ingredients out there that they've had them made in the lab for them. So, you can't get them. Did you ever get that carrot cake that you were looking for?
Yeah, I think I did. I think we did make a carrot cake. I never sent it to the guy, though.
Right, because you had that guy. There were a guy that sold it or something, weren't there? That were big thing.
Yeah, the carrot cake man in Philadelphia. Yeah. Someone told me he died, which I'm not sure if that's true.
I hope that's not true.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's true, but let me double check. But yeah, the goal was to try to make a vape and then send him the vape and have him review it against his carrot cake. He does make the best carrot cake I've ever had. It's so good. And he's just some random guy that just travels around Philadelphia and he only makes carrot cake. And yeah, we had never been able to get it to him. Also, I don't think he would vape.
Oh, Rocky,
have a bit of this.
Hey, Rocky has fixed your boring cookie. Add milk and honey.
Add milk and honey, yeah.
Milk and cat piss, Joey says.
Yeah, milk and cat piss. Right, so we are coming up to that time. We will go around and say our goodbyes. We will start with Tim.
Okay, tonight Golf T Vapes. If he's on, I'll be on there. If not, Adam Polarzik's channel. We might go live on there if TJ isn't up to it tonight or is off busy for some reason. Saturday, going over recipes on my channel. We're going to go over mixing with some. It doesn't have to be all the flavors, but mix at least with one or two flavors that you don't usually use or have never used. That way they can get some of those off the shelf and play with them. So in Wayne's case, that whole line he has back there he's never touched would be a good option.
Yeah.
See, Wayne has a whole line he could pick from. And then next Tuesday is white whales again, because the only way you're going to really get through a white whale is if every few months we go after it again. So yeah, so that's what we're doing there. And then noted DX next week is recipe week on Wayne's channel. So that's my week. So yeah, and I will pass it to. We'll do it differently this time. I'll go to Graham.
All right. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for coming on, Wayne, and goodbye, Liam.
Thanks for coming on, Wayne, and thanks everybody in chat. Been great as you are every single week. I would say you would catch me releasing recipes on ELR, but I haven't released any for a while now. So now I'll pass it on to Wayne.
Thanks for having me, guys. I had a blast. Anytime you want me to pop in, I'm always down to. This was good fun. Thank you, chat, for being awesome as usual. DIY-or-die-vaping.com. And if I have a suggestion, don't be afraid to shoot me an email. Any suggestions or anything that you want to see on the channel or anything you want me to cover. I'm always open. I'm always looking for ideas. After doing this for this long, it's hard to kind of come up with content.
Yeah.
So anytime you guys have suggestions or you want me to do something, even if it's crazy, even if it involves me spending crazy amounts of money, shoot it over. Who knows? Maybe I'll do it.
Well, thank you. So thank you, everybody in chat, for joining us tonight. It's been absolutely fantastic. Wayne, it's been a pleasure. It's been an honour and everything. And you're more than welcome to come back on anytime you want. We'll get Tim. We've only been asking him for a year and a half to get you on, to be fair.
So one more little thing. I just verified with Tam in chat. She's supposed to be our guest on Monday night on Noted DX2, and she's going to be there for recipe week. So
that's good. Good. So thank you very much for my fellow casters for joining me week in, week out. Don't forget to check out Tim on every DIY show that does say DIY mixing on YouTube. You will find him on any of them. Just have a look, type it in, and he's on there. Do go over
and don't forget to join in the poll of when Tim's going to get burnt out. I've got February.
yeah. When I have talked about this, I'm special.
He's special. Yeah. Do go over and support Wayne. Like I say, go over DIY or Die. Just type it in YouTube and it'll come up. Go over to his website, and if you can afford the $3 a month, do join and get some interesting content on there. You will find us here next week, same time and same place. While you're on, if you go over to EC-Click, you can vote for us. You can vote for us in your favourite show and get us in there. You can vote for myself or any other YouTuber that you want to put in there. But it'd be nice to have this show or maybe one of the other shows or any shows in there. So thank you very much. And we'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Good night.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. Bye. Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you.